Hello everybody and welcome back to the Limbus Company. Ba-na-na-ba-na-na-bum-bum. Alright. You might have noticed a little bit of a drastic shift in my level, as well as me now having W Corp Dawn at long last. Yeah, I've been doing a little bit of farming. So, I just wanted to make this video to kind of showcase a little bit of the in-between Chapter 3 and 4, sort of event stuff that's been going on, because there was, well, you're going to see it in this episode, but basically, there is the Hell's Kitchen event, and then there was also, hang on, what's it called? The Refraction Railway event.
You probably will remain employed for eons.
But regardless, so I went ahead and went through the Refraction Railway. We're gonna try and cut that down as much as possible, since that is a very long event, actually. And then we are going to be showing off a lot of Hell's Kitchen, probably not like... well, we'll see. Basically, we're gonna try and make it like... quote, bite-sized, for this channel standards, at least. Hello, this is from the past. Technically. Well, okay, it's the present time for me, and I'm recording this for future time, so it's past time for you. We've got the whole circle going. Regardless, Refraction Stairway. We've got line 1, and the other ones are under construction. Which one will you travel? Line 1. We enter the first one? Yeah. Okay, now for this, I will actually take some of my cool people. Yeah, this is fine. They're not leveled up at all. You know what? Actually, just in case something goes horribly, horribly wrong. So what is this? What is this, a boss rush? Apparently. Refraction rate, 3%. Not long after first embarking, the vehicle seems to have pulled in. Although this doesn't feel familiar yet, things should change after a fight or 3. So be it. Bump, bump, bump. Could bring a little bit of burn synergy. Honestly, I really like these two with N-Corp. Obviously, I don't have N-Corp more salt. But I really like these two. However, what if we brought a little bit of burn synergy, huh? Just a little bit. Little tiny bit. Little tiny baby bit, yeah? You know what? It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So be it. Okay, so I have no idea what this mode does, but seemingly... Oh, what? We're fighting them as if they're abnormalities? I get to use skill? Well, that certainly does, change some things. We're definitely not gonna kill. Actually, hang on. I want to see arrows for this. Let's see. Unopposed. We're not fast enough, so we'll block him. Okay. This should be fine. Yes. No. Ow. Little bit of bleed. Gawky nailing. Okay, it's so weird using using these characters and knowing I'm recording is a very strange experience. Ow. 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 Huh, we're gonna need to work on your damage. Okay. Gain Fanatic. Yes, please. Let's see. Apply some sinking. We'll be unopposed. That's fine. What do we think the chances are we get a kill here? Not high enough? Alright. Then let's go ahead and clash here. Should be okay. Let's go for some big damage. And then... dominating. Big damage. Triple heads? Oh yeah. That's a stagger. We kill. We get a kill. Yes. Where is he? I see. Okay, so this literally is a boss rush. Gotcha. Recollected Fester G Corp H Manager. Man, you got a long enough title? I don't know about you, but you could probably fit a couple more letters in there. Regardless, your time has come. So these first initial are probably going to be like really simple. We're probably going to regret not all being level 30 later, but hey, what are you going to do? I went for execution just to apply extra nails, and I think that should work out just fine for us. Branch of knowledge, big damage. Bonk! Yeah, it was decent. It was mainly the rupture. For this, the Odyssey had a purpose. Yup. Oh, boom. Okay, so... How would you even manage this? Let's see. To unlock... What? Okay. Interesting. So, you could just clear it and get all the goodies. But if you want the really special banner, you gotta clear it right. Interesting. So, clear Station 13 under 120 total turns. And if you do it before the 19th, you get the really special one. Okay. Well, we're at 12, so... only, what, 108 left to go? Give or take? 108, maybe? Man, for 13? Yeah, you know what? I'm definitely gonna have to try this with all level 30s, because, ooh, I don't think we're getting it this time. And for each one you beat, you get goodies. You don't get goodies a second time, but you do get them a first time. So basically, don't click this button until you've beaten all 13, or else that is a colossal waste of Anchor Balin. But, all in all, guest book is currently empty. Travel collection. I wonder what that is. Line diagram. Okay. So yeah, all in all, this seems like a really, really cool mode. I'm glad they added it. And it does seem to reset every so often. So, yeah. So, like, it gives you... Or maybe this is just a limited time mode. I'm actually not entirely certain on that. Let's go to Window, save your progress. Yeah. Okay, so... Operation period. So, okay. I think I understand. So, it'll randomly change which one is open. So you have a month to complete it, but you have half of a month to get the really special banner if you're feeling especially tough. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That's really cool. Okay, well, in the future, this might not even be a thing. So, this might have been the only video in which it... Well, that's not true. The only video of mine in which it showcased. Alrighty, so, I decided to voice over this next bit because it was rather long, and I figured this would make it a bit quicker. So, the giant frog is, needless to say, the second to hardest fight that I encountered in the Refraction Railway. First of all, didn't have the right team for him. As you can see, we apply a bit of sinking, which is completely useless against him. He is endured to blunt, which is most of what we do. And he also doesn't take much damage against Pierce, which is the other thing that we do. And even if we did bring the Liu squad, they also deal a lot of blunt. So unfortunately, I was just kind of countered based on my picks. Though we did have a little bit of slash synergy. It just, well, wasn't exactly a lot. Now, one thing that was fairly interesting to me is this is actually the first time I've had a corrosion effect. And it, well, I'm glad it's the only time I've gotten it so far. Now, that's not to say we didn't get multiple other corrosion effects, but, you know, that's fine. That's what happens when he's dealing as much SP damage as he is. I later learned that slash was just the way to go with this guy, but obviously I didn't know that going into it. So yeah, both of my squads, unfortunately, didn't get the job done. But eventually, we were able to just flat, well, burn him out, so to speak. I adjusted my teams very slightly, I went back and tried it again, and it was basically enough to finish the job. Now, there is another thing that we encountered, which was his sort of like special event where we need to sort of deal with him with gloom. And, you know, we have a lot of 50-50s, but we roll the dice, and we manage to get it. Now, doing this actually staggers the frog, so that gives you a really, really good opening to be able to do some damage. Unfortunately, you have to pop both eyes in order to get this event, I'm pretty sure. At least I'm pretty sure that's what you need to do. But if you can manage it, you can basically finish him off this turn, provided you are actually doing slash damage and not doing the complete wrong type of damage like me. But after we finally managed to do that, I discovered, and this was one of my previous attempts, if a character dies, they stay dead. So do not let characters die here. Then we encountered an enemy that, if you've done any amount of thread stuff, you know exactly what he is and does. And he has a little bit of unique effects, but overall, it's not that bad. You basically just focus down the heads when clashes, he gets staggered, and then you finish him off, no problem. Now, this guy, he's not exactly hard. Like, once you understand what he does, it's relatively easy. However, he is freaking tanky. He takes a very, very long time to kill, but once you finally do enough damage to him, he goes down without too much of a threat. You just gotta watch out for that grabby claw. And then we deal with another one of the thread ego abnormality bosses. Except this one's a lot bigger and also has like a healing mechanic. But overall, if you've done any amount of thread, you know that this guy isn't really that bad either. But this right here is my #1 hardest fight in the entire railway. This one is so unbelievably hard compared to the rest. this one right here made me want to give up the entire thing. Like, the dudes are just so tanky and heal so much, it feels impossible, but eventually you're able to get it done. Then, of course, we're going to deal with the checkpoint boys, and it's kind of interesting. You start out with, like, the grunts, and then you go to, like, sort of the more elite guys who, like, have a little bit more effects, they look a little bit cooler, and after you deal with them, you basically have to deal with the super mega high up defenders. Like, not only do they look cooler, they roll a bit higher, they do a bit more damage, but they also have a very, very powerful regen effect, which, you know, makes them a little bit hard to kill, but that extra 2 fragile they have does help a lot. You just gotta be sure not to lose the clashes, or else you gonna die. And then the fight directly after that, you have to deal with Senior Snaky Poison, who, yeah, he's about as fair as you would think, considering it only took us a couple turns to even get to stage 2, so, you know, just, really not even that bad. But, of course, you hit him with a couple of attacks, and he manages to go down. The biggest issue with this fight is you're taking way more damage than you are dealing. He is tanky. And, of course, that poison really adds up. Then, we're going to fight 2 of the thread bosses at the exact same time, which is definitely unique. I wouldn't call it hard. It is more challenging, obviously, than both of them alone. But these 2 are kind of just pushovers compared to a lot of the other fights. And then take a hop and a skip, and we are at the final boss of the railway. Now, this fight is extremely unique. You go through all of the chapter bosses, being the G-Corp manager, Guido, the girl I can't remember the name of with the maracas, and, you know, the other person. Overall, it is a really, really unique fight in which you have to balance out your karma level with the enemies, with yourself. You have to win clashes, or else you are going to take a lot of damage, because for every stack of karma you have, you're going to be taking more damage. And if you get a certain amount of karma, you just flat die. Which is the #1 best way to get rid of the enemies, because once they have enough karma, they are just immediately killed. And my form empties will constantly go for the person with the most karma, so it's a really good thing to just try and put it on your enemies. Then, of course, once... my nose is a bit stuffy, sorry. Once all the enemies are dead, you are going to be against my form empties itself, and honestly, it's not that bad of a fight. Like, this fight overall is really, really unique and interesting. It just takes a little bit. Like, it's not hard, but it's unique. And that's what I really like about it. Is that even though it's not like, you know, Cromer, it is still something that sort of goes in a new direction. You kind of got to puzzle with it. And speaking of Cromer, the one who grips Faust manages to get 3 heads in a row, which is just enough to cross over that threshold, which allows us to pass the check, and it staggers my form empties. So we're going to be able to do a ton of free damage, and that is basically the fight. Once you get him staggered, he's so close to dying that even if you haven't killed him by the next turn, you're just going to kill him by the next turn. Like, it's really not that bad. And that, of course, is going to be the railway. Now, You do get a lot of stuff for doing the railway. So, what I decided to do after kind of showing off all of the damage we did, of which Sinclair did nothing, and, I mean, 169 turns for the quote-quote first attempt. That's not bad. You can definitely see which fights took me the longest. But hey, we got it done, and we get our goodies. Which, 25 Encephalon modules is kind of steep, but it's also kind of worth it, because you get a lot of goodies. And with those goodies, I decided to go on an absolutely colossal spending spree. And I know you guys like to see me open stuff, at least I think you do. Some of you like to get angry at my luck, and obviously that luck is going to continue, considering we got 2 3-stars in a single roll, which, needless to say, is pretty lucky, considering most rolls you don't even get 1, but this is definitely, you know. Now, I've been told that he, right here, is ridiculously good, and so much so you can apparently solo, like, most fights with him, so that's definitely a really good plus. And then, of course, we get... Here is the hammer to the one who grips. Full N-Corp team now, baby! So, yeah, this was extremely lucky pull, considering how much I use N-Corp. But we still got a lot more to go. During the event, I don't believe the next banner had come out yet, which is the Pierre banner. So I'm not going to go, like, extremely crazy with these pulls, but the pulls right after I am, and you'll see why. But overall, we got a lot of 2-stars, although, full transparency, I actually have every 2-star. So, you know, that's pretty cool. Luck has definitely been a little bit high, and we get a really, really good ego. And this ego right here allows us to generate a ton of charge for W Corp Faust. So I was pretty psyched about that, and I decided to go for another 10 summon, just to see what we get. You never know if you're gonna get lucky. I don't see a 3-star, so I just pull absolutely everything. That's kind of how I do it. If there's a 3-star, I'll open them one by one, but if there's not, then I just kind of open them all at the same time. To me, it just, you know, I know, oh, it's only 1-stars, for example, so I'm just going to pull them all, move on to the next thing, whether that be more summons or that be more fights. Now, I am going to spend a decent, pretty penny on Dawn's banner, and apparently I was wrong. Apparently the Pierre thing had come out, so my timelines got a little bit crossed, but that's okay. Now, I am very much rolling for W Corp Dawn here. I actually have the 400 thread stuff in order to get her, but I kind of like to get lucky and potentially just roll her myself, which this is like a big reason that I've saved up a lot of my lunacy, so I'm not like too bothered by spending it all. But there was a secret 3-star, and it's the brand new ego for Sinclair. Now, this ego is actually, like, ridiculously good. Like, I actually really like this ego. Obviously, we can't use it in the regular missions because it's a, you know, you gotta roll for it. But still, it's like, it's still really, really good. I definitely recommend using it. Now we get another secret 3-star. It's of Dawn. And it's none other than the W Corp Dawn I've been wanting since this game freaking released. And we finally got her. So, because of that, I immediately moved back to just try and get the Pierre skin, whatever it is. And we get a 3-star. Oh, it's Firmer Salt. Oh, recording might be a little bit bugged. hopefully not. And it is a brand new ego. Now, this ego seems really good. If nothing else, it is quite a bit of healing. Not to mention, he's got the, you know I had to do it to him, stand switches. Always going to be funny. And, yeah, overall, you might think I'm being super overly spendy, and believe it or not, I've only spent $6 on this game, which, honestly, the only reason I did is because I know I'm going to be playing it for a very long time, and I wanted to get that sort of daily login thing. So, full transparency on that, I have spent $6 on this game, but, truth be told, this gacha game is so generous with the amount of just stuff it hands out that if you never spend a single dollar on this game for the game's entire lifespan, you could probably still get, like, absolutely everything. Yeah, it might take you a little bit of time, but with how much lunacy they give out and how many thread things you get, you could very easily max out your stuff. And of course, spending up all of my saved up lunacy does end up getting me all of the things that I want. So overall, I am very, very happy with these pulls, even if I spent a lot. And then, directly after, I decided to go do my weekly Majiggy, and I discovered a little bit of a combo. So if I use Telepole, and it's the first move, I get to use it twice because of a specific ego gift. And yeah, you do have to get lucky to get it, but that's a pretty nasty little combo.
It's time for the Hell's Kitchen Hit Up the Stages event. 3.5-1. There's 10 levels, we got a bunch of rewards, and if we get all the way down far enough, we get a special little thing. I believe we also get a Gregor skin, and even though it is, identity, even though it is a free identity, I don't think we're going to be using it in the actual series. But since this is an in-between kind of like not too important thing, we are going to be using some of our special identities. Chicken attack. To receive a briefing for our next mission, we arrived downtown in K-Corp's nest. As a whiff of a roasty scent was about to make the sinners for a nostalgia trip, a flock of walking raw chickens began to attack them. Are they trying to exact revenge for all their brethren that humans fried and gobbled up? So we are going to be bringing a N-Corp team with the chef, Pierre. It's Pierre, let's be honest. And we're just gonna see how it goes. Off the bus, everyone. This is where we're supposed to meet the client for our next mission.
못 봐주겠고. 이젠 하다하다 심부름꾼 마냥 의뢰까지 받는 거야?
By the way, my voices are probably going to be a little bit off. It's been a couple weeks since the previous episode. So, yeah, it's been a while. Give me a break. Now we're taking requests from, like we're fro errand boys?
어? 저긴 뭐 하는 곳이지? 유난히 줄 서 있는 사람들이 많네.
What's that over there? It's got a long line in front of it.
이 짜릿한 향기를 모르겠어? 치킨이잖아. 그래. 그것도 비싼 오일로 바삭하게 튀긴.
Can't you recognize this stirring scent? It's fried chicken, Greg. Deep fried chicken brought to a crisp, inexpensive oil.
K사에서 요새 대유행 중인 보살 치킨을 모르다니 아직 K사는 헛돌아다니신 모양이군요.
It seems you haven't seen much of Nesquik if you've yet to learn about the Bonavista chicken, the hottest trend around these parts.
A man with a fastidious impression suddenly cut in on the sinners' conversation, as if he belonged to the group.
보살 치킨. 그게 무엇인가요?
Oh, Bolstivia chicken, is it? What is that?
답변 드립니다.
Permit me to answer.
보살 치킨이란 다리 6개, 날개가 8개 달린 맛도 양도 보살이라고 명성이 자자한 치킨 가게죠.
Bostivia Chicken is a highly renowned restaurant known for its six-legged, eight-winged poultry, whose blissful taste and gracious quantities really make you feel great compassion.
심지어 그대의 취향이 무엇이든 맞춰드립니다. 육질이 좋은 육감 치킨, 살이 유독 많은 퉁퉁 치킨, 살이 쫄깃한 질겅 치킨. 자, 뭘 원하십니까?
What's more, they're prepared for every preference. The buzzworthy biddy with the right amount of tenderness, the chubby capon with plentiful flesh to dig into, the chewy cockerels that's perfectly al dente, and more. Now tell me, what do you want?
언젠가 들어본 적 있는 것 같소.
I may have heard of it erst.
웬일이래? 요즘 소식엔 누구보다도 둔할 것 같은 우리 이상 씨가?
Isn't this a surprise? Our Yi-sung is, of all people, is keeping up with the fads from under his rock?
그래서 넌 뭔데?
So what are you supposed to be?
함부로 남 이야기에 끼어드는 꼬라지를 보니까 우리가 누구인지 제대로 모르는 모양이네.
Could hazard a guess you don't know who we are either, seeing as you brazenly shoved yourself in while we're talking.
우리가 그래서 누군데요?
저런 가게 앞을 돌아다니고 있는 저건 무엇일까요? 썩 정상으로 보이진 않는데 말이죠.
Gracious. What could those things roaming around the restaurant possibly be? They don't appear very normal to me.
Turning around, I spotted rather strange-looking people with just as strange behavior. Isn't that K-Corp staff? What are they doing?
얼굴에 알 수 없는 가면을 뒤집어 쓰고 있는 자들이 보인다.
Oh no. I see individual. Nope, that's not right. I see individuals covering their heads with strange masks. It's still a little bit off. Also, is this supposed to be Blue Star?
마스코트 뭐 그런 거 아닐까요? 자세히 보면 꽤 귀엽게 생겼을 것 같기도 해요.
Maybe there's some kind of mascot. It could be pretty cute when we look up close.
그 마스코트를 보고 손님들이 소리를 지르면서 도망가는데요.
Those mascots have people running and screaming though.
좀 미심쩍지만 그냥 가만히 있자고. 우리한테 딱히 다가오는 것 같지도 않고 쓸데없는 소란에 휩싸이는 사양하게.
It's a bit off, but let's leave them be. Doesn't look like they're coming this way, and I don't particularly feel like getting wrapped up in something bothersome.
그렇네요. 딱히 다가오지는 않는군요.
You're right. They aren't necessarily approaching us.
그 길가에 있는 돌멩이는 갑자기 왜 줍는 거지? 응? 정치불명의 양반?
Just what are you up to with that rock from the roadside, mysterious fella? Oh no. What in the world did you do? Hit by the rock, it started looking around. Then, it began to slowly shamble in our direction.
어이쿠, 실수였습니다. 이걸 어쩌죠?
Yikes! I've made such a clumsy mistake. What will we do?
뻔뻔하네. 정확히 머리를 후려버렸잖아.
Likely story, cause y'all. I don't know what that word is. You aim straight for its head.
우와, 자세도 상당히 안정적이었어요.
Wow, your form was impressively stable.
감사합니다. 과거의 도시 야구 선수가 꿈이었거든요.
Why, thank you. I once aspired to be a big city baseball player.
그럼 그대로 대가리째 홈런을 쳐주지. 기다려.
I'll play ball with you, all right. Stay right there so I can knock your noggin out of the park.
다가오는 속도가 빨라지고 있습니다. 제 머리를 홈런 시키기 전에 저것부터 해결해야 할 것 같은데요.
They're approaching faster now. Shouldn't you deal with them first before working up a slugger with my head?
As Ryoshu furiously reached for her sheath, those things came right for us.
닭머리네요.
They have chicken heads.
탈기네.
Yep, whole chickens.
그것도 생닭이네요.
Raw ones at that, too.
하늘 품은 달기 지옥에서부터 기어 나온 것 같은 모습이구만.
It's like the ghosts of dead chickens are clucking back from hell for revenge.
그 뭐냐? 그 지난번에 싱클레어가 뼈 바르기 힘들다고 닭날개를 남겨서 그런 게 아닐까? 아무리 생각해도 그거밖에 안 떠오르거든.
So, you guys think it's because Sinclair left the chicken wing uneaten that one time? Since it was a hassle to get the meat off? Can't think of anything else we might have done to call upon Hen Havoc.
이젠 그런 거에 안 놀라요. 그리고 결국 그것마저 로자 씨가 가져가서 남김없이 드셨어요.
Teasing me like that won't get to me anymore. You know. No, wait. No, teasing me like that won't get to me anymore, you know. Besides, Rodya licked that one clean anyways.
이렇게 된 거 싸우는 수밖에 별다른 수가 없겠군요.
It appears that combat is going to be our sole recourse.
So, why is this guy taking cover behind me then? Before I could complain further, the chicken-headed crowd attacked us.
최선을 다해보지. 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않는다는 사람 누구야?
Inflict 3 rupture. Inflict 3 rupture, and okay, I see. Weak to slash, so this team actually
예약 주문인가?
we have one character who will do good against them. What about passives? At the end of the turn, heal 15 HP. At less than 50% HP, heal 15 additional HP.
Well, that seems simple enough to me.
Dominating. Dominating. Might even one-shot it, we'll see. And go.
정화!
Get him. Get him. Yes. I can cook anything.
맛.
Literally almost one-shot. I think, had we hit that first one, we might have full-on killed him. Because every other subsequent dice would have had +3 power.
한방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
Let's see. Let's go for the grip. Don't need a heal, so we'll just go for this. Dominating into double favored. Here we go. Big damage. You'll love to see it.
You are cleansed of sin.
알겠어.
Good. Great.
Smash him. Now I will turn you into fried chicken.
이제
한방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어.
Right. Now that that's been all sorted out, why don't we get back to the point, friendly four-eyed stranger?
반론합니다. 그 호칭은 같은 안경동지로서 섭섭하군요.
I must object to such a moniker, especially so when it comes from a fellow glasses bearer.
그런 건가? 미안하게 됐수다.
Oh, is that so? Sorry about that, I guess.
신원 같은 기본적인 인적 사항은 사망 신고를 할 때도 쉽게 파악이 가능하다.
Wow, alright. Basic personal information, such as one's identity, can be easily acquired from the registration of one's death.
제 소개를 미처 드리지 못했군요. 명함 받으시죠? 3조라고 합니다.
I did neglect to introduce myself. Here's my business card. You may call me Sam Joe.
Disregarding the growing hostility surrounding him, the man handed us his card straight away.
K사 식량자원계량부의 연구소 소속?
He sounded like he was having so much trouble saying that. Apparently so am I. AK Corp, affiliate of the Department of Food Resource Development Research Center.
그럴듯한 단어만 잔뜩 써주면 넘어갈 줄 알았냐?
Thought we'd be fooled by a bunch of big fancy words?
물론이죠. 납득과 설명은 제 전문입니다. 그러니 진정하고 잘 들으세요.
Oh yeah, you're doing a great job so far.
Of course. Persuasion and explanation are where I excel. So please stay calm and listen.
아까의 전투에서 당신들의 모습을 매우 인상 깊게 보았습니다.
I was most impressed by the feats of your battle just moments ago.
특히 눈앞에서 동료가 죽어가는 광경에도 아랑곳하지 않고 적들을 후드려 패던 모습 말입니다. 심지어 몇몇 동료분은 손가락질을 하며 비웃기도 하더군요.
In particular, the instances where you continued to assault your foes in blatant disregard for a dying colleague nearby. A few others even laughed at the sight.
발목을 잡는 자들이라면 아군이고 뭐고 개의치 않아야 한다.
Friend or foe, those who dare impede must be promptly removed. Otis replied to his remark with a look full of pride, even though it didn't sound close to a compliment at all.
여러분들도 보시다시피 이 가게 앞을 점령 중인 정체불명의 닭들로 인해 피해가 이만저만이 아닙니다.
As you can see, those chicken heads of unknown origin, which are occupying this restaurant's front, have been causing considerable damage.
근데
Oh, what?
사장님도 몸져 누워 계시다가 방금 막 일어나셨죠.
The venue's manager has also been bedridden until just now.
Another man with a haggard face tottered to us, making it somewhat apparent that Samuel wasn't lying about the restaurant's owner falling ill with worry.
말씀하시면 됩니다.
You may speak now.
그러니까 우리 치킨집은 몇 달 전 은봉이네 호프집이라는 닭집에 맞은편에 오픈하였습니다.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
So things have been. Our fry house opened up a few months ago, just across from Yungbang's Bar and Fryers.
저희 체인점의 우수한 혈통의 닭을 사용한 맛과 푸짐한 양으로 인해 은봉이네 호프집의 손님들까지 모두 저희 가게로 넘어온 건 당연한 수순이었죠.
Our franchise offers generous servings of good-tasting food using poultry with extreme pedigree, so it was natural that we would draw all the customers from Yungbang's.
그런데 은봉이네 호프집의 주인이 그 사실에 충격을 먹었던 건지 다 같이 망해보자는 마음인지 돌연 기행을 일삼는 것이 아니겠습니까?
But one day, out of the blue, the owner of Yungbang started acting real strange. He took his customers must have shocked him or something, and now he's trying to root out all of our businesses.
아니 뭐 그 경쟁업소에서 견제 좀 할 수도 있는 거 아니겠어?
I mean, it's not uncommon for competitors to throw jabs at each other, right? As if to attest to the restaurant's owner's woes, screams echoed from the other side of the street.
저게 뭐야?
Ah, what the?
As the supposed owner of Yungbang swung his arm while muttering something, the chickens responded in unison. The raw chickens jumped at people.
뭐죠? 닭을 지휘하는 건가요?
What in the world? Is he commanding the chickens?
보통 기행이 아니었군. 아 얼마나 앙심을 품으면 사람이 저렇게 되지?
That's definitely strange behavior. How spiteful does someone have to be to resort to that kind of stuff?
생체 개조라도 한 것 같은 생닭들이 가게에 무단 침입을 하면서 기물을 파손하지 않나?
So what, they're head crabs? Oh no. They're turning people into chicken zombies. Ugh, diabolical. Which one's this? Oh.
I don't know if they're augmented or what. Those plugged chickens and prepped hens would break into the restaurant and destroy things.
보신 것처럼 이젠 닭들을 뒤집어 쓴 사람들까지 생겨나고 있어요. 이대로 가다가는 가게에 크나큰 경제적 손실이 생길 겁니다.
And now there's people wearing those chickens on their heads too. If this keeps up, our restaurant's gonna lose so much money.
이상
Such is his feathery song.
눈물 나는 이야기였습니다. 여러분이 나서서 이 사건을 해결해 주실 수 있겠습니까?
Huh.
This has been his tear-jerking reflection. Would you be willing to deal with this case?
That ruffled your feathers, huh, Yisong? We're talking about chickens and you say ruffled your feathers?
아무리 그래도 우린 치킨집 의뢰 같은 건 안 받는다.
tear-jerking or whatever, we still don't take requests from a chicken
평생 이용권.
a lifetime voucher.
의뢰를 해결해드리면 이 매장을 평생 이용할 수 있는 파격적인 혜택을 드리도록 하죠.
No, not gonna be enough for me. Sorry. Handle this request and I'll offer you groundbreaking benefit. The right to free orders from this restaurant for the rest of your lives. Then again, I guess we are immortal, so having free food here is literally just an eternity. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'll go for it.
평생 이용권이요? 우리 체인점에 그런 게 있는지.
A lifetime voucher? Nope, that's too... Yeah. I've never heard of such a...
시식용 치킨도 몇 개 준비해 왔습니다.
I've even prepared a few free samples for you.
예?
You what? Sam Joe personally distributed pieces of fried chicken that he suddenly had his hands on.
자, 질서 있게 한 줄로 서서 받으세요. 닭의 유명 혈통별로도 종류가 있으니 취향껏 골라보시고요. 혈통마다 자랑하는 부위의 맛이 다르고 향도 풍부하다고 하죠.
Now, stand in line and keep things orderly. I brought samples for different pedigrees, so you're free to pick and choose. Each one comes with a unique brand of tastiness, demonstrating its strengths in different cuts of meat.
한 가지만 골라야 하는 것이요? 다 맛있어 보이는데.
Must I choose only one flavor to taste? One flavor to taste? Bleh. They all appear equal in gustory greatness.
다른 맛은 미래를 위한 기대감으로 남겨두는 것은 어떻습니까? 평생 이용권이 있다면 모두 해결될 고민일 텐데요.
Let me suggest this then. Leave the other flavors as something to anticipate for your future meals. It won't be a problem once a lifetime voucher is in your hands.
오, 그거 참 반박할 수 없는 말이군.
Oh, indeed, 'tis an infallible proposition. It seems Sanjo has won the hearts of most of the sinners with his compelling words and fine poultry samples. Like this one jumping at us. It's practically jumping into our mouth.
어쩌시겠습니까?
What do you say? This might be the first time I've seen Heathcliff go quiet at someone's words.
그거 나쁘지 않은 의뢰군.
That's not half bad at all.
저기요. 우리는 황금 닭다리가 아니라 황금 가지를 찾는 게 목적 아니었어요? 언제부터?
Hello? Are we supposed to be looking for golden bows, not golden drumsticks? Since when did we...
못 들었어? 바삭한 닭을 평생 먹게 해준다잖아.
Didn't you hear him? We're dining on free crispy chicken forever.
개수 제한은 없는 거지? 그냥 끝없이 주는 거지? 포장도 되는 거고?
It doesn't have limited use, right? It's actually free chickens forever, right? Yeah? Takeout counts too?
이러고 있으니까 옛날 생각난다. 알 사람 있으려나 모르겠네. 햄햄팡팡에서 파는 갓튀긴 치킨도 진짜 맛있었는데.
I just had to throw that in there. You know, they look. They got to remind you that they've actually got a place. They just, you know, it just got thrown in there. This takes me back to older days. Wonder if anyone remembers it. You know, Ham Pang Pang's freshly fried chicken that was totes delish.
난 알아. 어쩌다 돈이 생기는 날엔 조직원들이랑 외식하러 가기도 했지.
I sure do. I'd have a cheeky one with the lads whenever our syndicate earned a proper lump of dosh.
파우스트 씨, 빨리 말해주세요. 무슨 사칙이나 조항 같은 거 있을 거 아니에요.
What? Miss Faust, can you have them cut the crap already? Shouldn't there be some company clause against fried chicken requests? Faust was deep in thought by her lonesome.
그러죠. 의뢰를 수락하겠어요.
All right, we will take your request. Shouldn't that be like what I'm saying? Wait, where am I?
예?
Excuse me? This might also be the first time I've seen Ishmael taken aback to this extent.
아니, 파우스트 씨. 혹시 정신이 잠깐 나가신 거예요?
I'm sorry, Faust, but did you go out of your mind for a second there?
이스마일, 아무리 그래도 말은 가렸어 좀.
Yeesh, Ishmael. No need to be so biting there.
글쎄요. 파우스트는 대체로 정신이 나가 있는 편이니까.
It's hard to say. Faust's mind tends to be out there most of the time.
오랜만에 다 같이 마음이 좀 통하네. 어?
Guess we're all rat and chummy for once, huh? Faust, are you serious? You're taking a request over free chicken? Shouldn't this be my choice?
정확히 말하자면 뒤틀림 현상의 해결이죠, 단테.
To be more precise, this is to resolve a case of the distortion phenomenon, Dante. Distortion phenomenon?
뒤틀림이라 그게 뭔가요?
Distortions? What are they?
명확히 모르는 이들이 많을 겁니다. 도시 곳곳에서 발생하고 있지만 대중적으로 공표된 적은 없으니까요.
It is a term I'm sure is unclear to most. Although it has been coming all around the city, no official announcement of the phenomenon has been made to the general public. Blah.
아, 통상적으로 인간이라 부를 수 없는 형태로 변하는 현상이라고 알고 있다. 원인은 불명, 형태도 제각각이었지.
To my knowledge, it is a phenomenon where an individual morphs into a form often unfit to be considered human. It has no known causes, and the appearances were all different.
설명만 들어서는 모르겠네요. 환상체 같은 건가?
That doesn't make it clear enough. Are they like abnormalities?
아니, 그들은 환상체랑은 다르게 알로 변하지 않는다. 완전히 숨이 끊어지기도 하지.
Not exactly. As, unlike abnormalities, they do not shrink into eggs. It is possible for them to fully expire.
I know his voice is definitely off, but I'm having trouble sinking back into the OG thing.
전에 몇 번 본 적도 있었다.
I have witnessed a number of cases in the past.
That's a little closer.
회사 내부에는 뒤틀림 현상 자문 해결사가 속해 있는 부서인 LCD가 존재해요. 작은 규모의 부서이긴 하지만 그만큼 눈여겨보고 있는 현상이라는 뜻이죠.
Our company has the LCD, a department housing consultant fixers dedicated to matters regarding the distortions. Though its small is size. Oh, I'm just having a stroke. Though its size is small, it nevertheless signifies the company's interest in the phenomenon. So the owner of Yungbongs has turned into one of those distortion things?
맞아요. 사람이 단순히 미쳐버린 것만으로는 생닭들을 갑자기 진두지휘할 수는 없으니까요.
That's correct. One does not simply gain the ability to lead an army of raw chickens by losing their mind. You know what, though? That makes sense, because when you go through something like horribly traumatic and you have like that mental break, that's when you distort. And so him losing everything, basically, he distorted. I see.
역시 그렇죠? 파우스트 씨가 잠깐 헷가닥 하신 줄 알고 제가 직접 나서서 정신을 차리게 해야 하나 싶었잖아요.
So that's what it's about? I almost got worried I might have to knock some sense back into you, Faust.
왜 방금까지 메이스를 꽉 쥐고 있었던 거지, 이스마일?
Is that why you were clutching your mace so tight, Ishmael?
옳소! 사상자가 생기기 전에 우리가 나서야지 않겠어?
Rightly so. We must act before this commotion results in any casualty.
저? 입에 소스 묻었다, 꼬맹이.
Oh, you got sauce on your face, Chiquita. I watched as Rod wiped Don Quixote's mouth clean.
Oh?
그럼 의뢰를 수락한 걸로 알고 연락을 기다리고 있겠습니다.
I'll take that as a yes, and we'll be waiting for your contact.
Immediately met with this music. Woo! All right. To receive okay, we already read that. Hen Havoc. We're just gonna bring the same team, why not? One idea we came up with to unravel the distortion was to present some chicken-based cooking that would appease it. The sinners confidently started preparing their dishes, but shouldn't they put out their cigarettes first? What are we supposed to do to resolve a distortion? Kill it?
간단해요.
It's simple. Faust seemed to have a habit of prefacing her expositions with a disclaimer about their simplicity.
뒤틀림이 생긴 이의 마음을 열게 하면 될 겁니다.
What we will do is open up the heart of the distorted.
경계를 풀고 스스로 마음을 내보일 수 있도록 말이죠.
Disarm their mind's guard and coax them into opening up.
그렇군. 견갑골을 꺼내야 하나? 아니면 복장뼈?
I see. Do we remove the scapula first, or perhaps the sternum?
속을 직접 내보이는 방법이라 그 방식도 흥미롭군요.
A physical revelation of the heart. An interesting proposal. First off, we should probably visit that Yongbong's place and figure some things out.
생닭들이 돌아다니고 있어요. 위생에 좋지 않을 텐데.
That's what you're worried about? Raw poultry is walking around. It can't be hygienic. They look like the things that were on those people's heads earlier. I don't know what they are, but we shouldn't get too close to... Unfortunately, I had forgotten that around 80% of the sinners valued my suggestions less than the cooing of a random pigeon on the roadside.
그래서 이 닭들을 족치면 그 집에서 치킨을 평생 먹을 수 있다는 거지?
So we can have free chicken for life after we're done whacking these pullets, huh?
귀엽군. 모서리다.
Start terrorizing beak. I don't know. Cute. Let's STAB. I get it. That one was slice them all bare. Fair enough. Huh.
끄덕.
What? You did? Wait. Okay. Dude, imagine someone looking over at you, and instead of nodding, they just say, nod. Whatever. Provoked, the raw chickens leapt into the air. Like this one.
히스클리프 씨!
Heathcliff? Heathcliff's face was then devoured by one of them. Heathcliff? Heathcliff stood in silence with the raw chicken adorning his head. It was quite the sight, much to my terror.
전 지금 히스클리프 씨 쪽이 더 괜찮은 것 같은데요? 지성적으로 보이잖아요.
Yeah, with the big googly eyes. I think I like Heathcliff better this way, you know? He actually seems intelligent now.
어떻게 단테? 빨리 시계 돌려.
Oh gosh, what do we do, Dante? Wait, quick! Your clock! But then... nothing would stop me from rewinding here. But the problem is... what if my head turns into a chicken while the clock's working? So die. Or... such... I don't know.
그게 그거라뇨!
Same difference.
시계 대가리나 닭 대가리나 무슨 차이가 있다고 유난인지 모르겠군.
Clock head, chicken head, they're no different. So I don't get being huffy over it. It looked like Sinclair was the only one actually worried about Heathcliff.
히스클리프 씨, 괜찮으세요?
Mr. Heathcliff, are you alright in there?
있지. 분리가 안 되면 이대로 우리 마스코트로 써먹어보는 건 어때?
They literally are head crabs. Head chickens. Say, why don't we keep him as our mascot if that thing never comes off? What's the deal with you and mascots anyway?
오! 저걸 보시오! 히스클리프 씨가 다른 닭들과 대화를 나누고 있어!
Oh, lead your eyes thither. Thither? Heathcliff is communicating with the other hens. Yeah, I'm not gonna repeat that.
수다쟁이가 되었네요, 히스클리프 씨.
He's telling them our weaknesses. Heathcliff's become quite the chatterbox.
히스클리프 씨가 대화를 한다기보단 얼굴에 씌워져 있는 저 닭이 히스클리프 씨의 몸을 빌려서 말하는 것 같군요.
It appears that the chicken sitting on his face is using his mouth to communicate, rather than Heathcliff himself.
나도 실수. 히스클리프 씨와 나중에 타오르는 석양의 해결사들 코스프레를 같이 하고 싶었단 말이오. 생닭머리를 해가지고선 그 코스튬을 해봤자 저대로는 비웃음만 당할 것이오.
Oh god. Man, they're so talkative. Alright, here we go. I cannot leave Sir Heathcliff in this straits. I had wished to dress him as two fixers del... Atardisa Ardiente. Someday. We would only be subject to mockery if he were to engage in mummery with that chickened head. To avoid the gathering crowd, we shoved Heathcliff into the interior of Yungbang's bar and Friars and followed behind him. Probably better just to stab him and then rewind.
이 닭대가리 도저히 못 봐주겠군. 정신이 바짝 돌아오도록 만들어주지.
I can't stand his clucking anymore. I'll bring him back to his senses sharply. Otis grabbed the raw chicken on Heathcliff's head with one hand and began to slap it ruthlessly with her spare. Furiously.
타격 소리가 적군의 포로를 심문할 때의 세기와 유사했다.
The sound of the impacts was comparable to when she was interrogating a captive enemy.
정신 차릴 기색이 보이지 않는다. 어쩔 수 없겠어. 닭머리를 통째로 뽑아내겠다.
I don't see him ever recovering on his own. This leaves us with no choice. I will remove the chicken head as a whole.
그렇게 막 무 뽑듯이 뽑아도 되는 거야? 그러다가 얼굴 가죽이라도 벗겨지면 어떡해?
Is it really okay to yank it off like that? He might peel his face right off with it.
I mean, I can just rewind it.
답답하군. 설사 얼굴 가죽이 벗겨져도 관리자님이 계시니까 괜찮은 거다.
See, Otis gets it. Look, she gives me the respect that I deserve. Grow a backbone. Even if his skin were to be removed, it's perfectly fine, as our executive manager is here to handle it. No, seriously, it's really not fine for me, Otis, and I can't just... Despite her opposition, Otis began jostling the chicken with all her might. I heard something tear. It didn't actually come off, did it? Huh?
정신이 드나?
Back with us, soldier?
입안에 왜 이상한 국물이?
Ugh. Yeah. Ugh. So it basically had its tongue down his throat, mind controlling him. Ugh. Yeah. What's with this barmy soup in my mouth?
히스, 계속 이상한 말들을 중얼거리면서 닭들이랑 진지하게 대화를 나눴어. 기억나?
Heath, you were having some serious discussion with those chickens. Clucking weird stuff, remember?
그러고 보니 뭔가 대화가 머릿속에 들어왔던 것 같기도 한데.
Now you say it, I think I did hear some grabbing in my head.
뭐라더라? 무슨 레시피를 잃어버렸다고 했는데.
What are they on about? Some sort of recipe got lost, I guess.
손님을 모이게 하는 비장의 요리법이었는데 그게 없어진 이후론 손님이 발길을 뚝 끊어서.
Was a cornerstonery of this eatery, but once it was gone, he stopped getting customers.
그 후론 주인님이 갑자기 이상해지더니 우리들을 감염시키고.
That's when the master started acting off and infected us all.
지금 닭들이랑 우리라고 한 거예요?
Did you just say those chickens were us?
젠장. 아직까지도 닭도리들의 영향이 혼란스럽군.
I'm still recovering from those head hands. This is confusing.
쟤네 이름이 닭돌이었나요?
That's what you decided to call them?
If the distortion happened because he lost his recipe, then maybe we can somehow recreate it for him?
얼추 근접한 답안에 도달해낸 것 같군요.
You've gotten close enough to an answer.
뒤틀림에 대해 밝혀진 건 많이 없지만 선악, 아니 마음이 산산이 허물어졌을 때 발생한다고 알려져 있죠.
Though much about the distortion remains unknown, one of the noted particulars is that it occurs when the good and evil... No, when the mind crumbles to figurative pieces.
Sounds like you just pivoted away from good and evil because that version would get too long for you to bother.
가령 홍루 씨가 도시를 살아가면서 절대 변하지 않을 거라고 확신했던 믿음이 있었을 거예요.
For instance, let's say that Hong Lu held a belief he was certain would be an unchanging constant as he lived in the city.
혹은 삶을 지탱하고 있던 희망이라 불리는 무언가가 있었을 수도 있겠죠.
Or it could be a hope for some other psychological sustainment that has supported his life.
그게 한순간에 무너졌다면, 나를 놓아버리게 될 정도로 커다란 충격을 받는다면 마음이 허물어지겠죠.
If that support suddenly collapses in a massively shocking event that causes one to let their ego go, his mind would crumble, so to speak.
뭐 그럴 수도 있겠네요.
Well, I could see that happening.
뭐 잘난 도련님 인생에서 일어난 대단한 충격이라 봤자 용돈 뺏기는 거 아니겠어?
Would that be so shocking for a well-off cuss like you? Getting your privy purse snatched away?
용돈은 받은 적도 없었던걸요? 원할 때마다 쓸 수 있었는데 굳이 받을 필요는 없잖아요.
Oh no, I never received an allowance. There was no need for such a thing when I could spend any amount whenever I wanted.
뭐야? 그럼 뭐였는데?
Really? What else is it then?
알고 있다고 생각했는데 지금은 떠오르지 않네요.
I thought I knew, but I can't seem to elaborate it on it right now with words.
즉, 정리를 해드리자면
To return to the point and sum things up.
뒤틀림은 발생자만 알 수 있는 원인 모를 심리적 충격으로 인해 벌어진 현상.
The distortion is a phenomenon that arises from deeply personal psychological shock.
단단히 마음의 벽을 쌓아올린 상태라고 말할 수 있죠.
The affected will have walled off their heart with a solid defense.
이 벽을 뒤틀림이 원하는 방식을 통해서 허물어야 합니다.
This wall has to be brought down using methods that the distorted would approve.
여기서 뒤틀림이 원하는 방식이라 한다면?
And in that case, the distortion would want
닭 요리겠군 그래.
chicken-based cooking. Right. Gregor took a confident step forward after saying that.
전쟁통에서 남은 음식을 모아 전우들에게 통조림을 이용한 요리를 해준 적이 많았지.
I cooked up a good few meals using leftovers and cans for my comrades in arms during the war.
트라우마에 시달리던 군인들도 전부 감동의 눈물을 흘리며 다 같이 퍼먹었어.
Those traumatized soldiers were moved to tears by my dishes as I gobbled up the stuff.
방금 누가 콧김 소리를 냈던 것 같은데 내가 잘못 들은 거겠지?
Hey now, is it just me or did I hear somebody scoff at that?
웃기는군. 벌털 주제에 어디서 요리를 운운하는 거지? 네놈 차라리 그 집게로 햄버거 패티나 굽는 편이 낫겠군.
How droll. What does a CF know about cooking? You'd be better off flipping hamburger patties with your pincer.
와, 그레고르 씨가 가게를 차린다면 집게 사장이 되는 거네요?
Oh no!
Wait. Was it the OG thing that the same voice actor for Mr. Krabs was supposed to voice act for Gregor?
I seem to remember that being thrown around. I don't remember why. I don't know if that was a hoax or what, but I seem to remember that being a thing. Is that why they're is that why they're making a SpongeBob reference? Was he actually supposed to voice Gregor? And if so, what the heck happened to that? Because there is no English voiceover, unless I completely missed it somewhere, but I don't think I did. Yeah, I don't think I did, but who knows? Maybe I did. Maybe there's English voice acting and I never knew. Oh, if Mr. Gregor opened a business, he'd be a boss with big, meaty claws.
요슈, 그거 벌레 털보란 뜻이었지. 아이, 그래도 뭔가 집게 사장이라는 호칭은 마음에 드는군. 갑자기 머리가.
Ryoshu. That's short for crawling furball, isn't it? But I'll say, I do like the idea of being the guy with big meaty claws. Eh? Oh, my head just got a sting.
요리는 말이지. 혀. 그리고 거미시키는 대로 하는 것이다.
A true chef follows their tongue and blade.
전쟁통에서 마구잡이로 해먹은 음식을 진정 요리라고 부를 가치가 있는가?
Could you really say that food haphazardly mashed together in a war zone is real cuisine?
오, 방금 명대사 나왔어.
That's one for the cookbooks.
심지어 료슈 씨가 줄여 말하지도 않았어요.
Miss Ryoshu, she's speaking with full words for once.
있어 보이는 말이긴 하지만 저자한테서 들으니까 기분이 거시기하군.
It sounded cool, but I'm not sure you're the one to be giving out advice.
아이, 그런데 요리는 해본 적이 있나, 료슈?
Actually, hold on. Have you even cooked before, Ryoshu?
당연. 시답지 않은 이놈이 상상조차 할 수 없는 경지의 요리를 해봤지.
Obs, I have crafted dishes on a level that you, as a trifling cook, can't dare imagine.
이거 점점 열받네.
Okay, now I'm starting to get mad.
그럼 나는 료슈 편.
Let's see then. I'm on Shu's side.
아니, 갑자기 편을 나누는 이유는 뭐지?
Why are we splitting into teams now?
재밌잖아.
I mean, it's fun.
그리고 자연스럽게 료슈 편에 선 이유는?
And why did you end up siding with her?
그래, 우린 그동안 너무 가까웠어. 오늘만큼은 벽을 좀 더 보자고.
What? Greg, darling, we've been stuck too close for too long. Why don't we try a little distance just for today? Heathcliff, having shaken off the dizziness, walked to Gregor's side.
그러니까 저 자식을 박살내면 이긴다. 이거지?
So we win by pulping her up, eh?
아니, 박살내는 게 아니라.
No, we aren't crushing anyone with force.
설마 부하들에게 통조림을 먹였다는 말인가? 군인의 수치고는. 참고로 난 즉석식품파다.
What? What? There's no difference between instant food and canned food. Uh-oh, I might have just started a war zone. But there's no difference. They're the same thing. You admit to feeding your men canned food? You're a disgrace of a soldier. For your reference, I much prefer instant foods.
그냥 입맛이 다른 것 뿐이잖아.
That reference is just a preference.
유치하네요 정말. 이런 걸로 편가르기나 하고 싶어요?
This is childish, really. Do you guys seriously want to take sides over this?
그래서 이수는 어느 쪽이야? 만약에 수감자 음식 담당자를 그렉이나 류슈 중에 꼭 한 명 선택해야 한다면 말이야.
Tell us. Why don't you tell us? Which side are you on, Ishi? If you had to choose between Greg and Ryoshu to serve food for us sinners.
수작 부리지 마. 이스마일 저 친구는 초반부터 나랑 생각이 좀 통했던 사이라고.
Don't you try and coax her. I know Ishmael, and I've been as thick as thieves since early on.
In spite of Gregor's confidence, Ishmael's face and posture betrayed a sense of awkwardness.
이스마일?
Ishmael?
그레고르 씨의 통조림 음식은 소시적에 배 위에서 지긋지긋하게 많이 먹어서요.
Sorry, Gregor, but if it's canned goods we're talking about, I ate more than I ever want on the ship.
왜 눈을 못 마주치는 거야, 이스마엘? 어?
What? Why won't you look me in the eyes? Ishmael? Huh? Ishmael took a few sluggish steps backward to stand next to Ryoshu. Her eyes never looked up to meet Gregor. That sound! Just... Even though there wasn't much rapport to begin with, I could hear what little trusting bond existed between the two fall apart. Don Quixote had glued herself to Gregor's back before I noticed. Her face was off color.
사실 이전에 버스에서 닭꼬치를 먹을 때 나 보고 말았어. 저자가 무슨 짓을 했는지.
As a matter of truth, while we were banqueting upon skewered chickens on the bus, I bore witness to that woman's most awful deed.
닭꼬치 뭘 했는데?
What'd she do with the chicken kebab?
그거는 참아 입에 담을 수조차 없어.
Nay, I cannot begin to put it to words.
아, 이런. 그걸 보고 만 건가? 닭꼬치의 궁극적인 맛을 내기 위한 나만의 비법이었지.
Ah, well. You saw that, did you? That was a secret technique of mine to bring out the Dakyoshi's ultimate flavor. Don shuddered violently. Soon enough, Hong Lu went to Gregor's side with a sparkle in his eyes.
살면서 애완동물 사료 같은 음식들도 한 번쯤은 먹어봐야 하지 않겠어요? 전 그레고르 씨를 응원할게요.
What? Okay. Well, you know what? At least Gregor's got one more on his side, but boy, he didn't join for a very good reason. Oh, it would be a unique experience to try dishes comparable to pet food once in my life, right? I'll be rooting for you, Gregor.
그래. 그거 참 고마워, 홍루.
Right. Thanks a lot, Hong Lu. Hong Lu stood behind Gregor, wearing a kind smile on his face.
파우스트, 당신이야말로 누구보다 합리적인 선택을 할 수 있겠지?
Fast, I can count on you of all people to make the rational choice, yeah?
글쎄요. 파우스트는 종종 모험을 즐기기도 하죠.
I don't know. As Faust can enjoy a risky venture from time to time. Aw, whatever. Dante, you better freaking go on Gregor's side. You gotta, look, clash with Faust. That's all I'm saying. If she's gonna be the evil, then you gotta be the good. Actually, wait, no, Gregor's probably gonna get more salt then. You know what? Fine. Who would you rather prefer? Groundbreaking shatterer who restores sanity, or one tough boy? That's what I thought. The tough boy. With that profound remark, Faust took her place behind Ryoshu. Faust.
이해가 안 돼요. 왜 이렇게 저희끼리 편을 나누는 거예요?
I really don't get it. Why are we splitting our groups into opposing teams?
어이, 그태 말 늦이다. 살아남을 길을 고르든가. 아니, 꺼져.
Well, it wouldn't be a Limbus video without me accidentally interrupting. Hey, CHICK. Pick a way to survive or buzz off.
그딴 태평한 말을 하기에는 늦었다는 건가요? 그럼
Chirpy hesitation isn't cool, kiddo. Then Sinclair, you might be linked to Ryoshu on a spiritual level at this point. What? How? Why would you go to her side after that? What? What is wrong with you? Ryoshu's ruthless remark made Sinclair trudge to her side.
아니, 협박으로 데려가는 게 어디 있어? 반칙이잖아.
Isn't it unfair to threaten him to join you? That's cheating.
나는 선택하지 않겠어. 그대들에게 겸허히 골라지겠어.
I shan't choose, and instead, I humbly await your selection.
저건 필요 없어. 가져.
Don't need that. You take it. Yisong was placed on Gregor's team without him moving a muscle. Lastly, Mersault quietly stood behind Gregor.
메르소?
Mersault?
사실 좀 감동받았어. 비록 우리가 평소에 많은 대화를 나누지 못했지만 이렇게 먼저 다가와줘서 난
That's so ridiculous, dude. I'm a little touched. I know we never got to talk much, but still you decided to come and stand by me in my time of need. I'm so...
그저 적은 인원수가 있는 곳으로 가는 편이 올바른 균형이라고 생각했다.
Whatever.
I've only done so because joining the team with fewer members would set the balance right.
Some will proclaim that they saw tears well up in Gregor's eyes at that moment. With the teams decided, we entered the kitchen of Yongbong's, looking for a suitable place to cook. It had become a long, neglected mess with traces of foul rampage, literally. However, Ryoshu and Gregor kicked stray plates and utensils out of their way like it was none of their business, and then took their spots. Hang on, are we allowed to do all this in someone else's restaurant?
어망직식 따위. 알게 뭐야?
Restaurant at... No, wait, hang on. Result? I don't know.
어차피 망하기 직전의 식당이라고요?
What? You can't call it a restaurant already faded to shut. We're trying to help.
그래. 우리는 뒤틀림을 해결하는 게 목표라며.
It's not so oh my goodness. So sassy. Yeah, our goal is to deal with the distortion, isn't it? An angered flock of chickens fluttered to intimidate the sudden intruders, but much to their dismay...
방해하면 다 베어버린다.
Yeah, what they said. You guys look more in sync now.
최선을 다해보지. 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
Head Chicken, aka Bongi. Targets the unit with the lowest SP. On hit, deal 5 SP damage. Targets unit with the lowest SP. On hit, heal 7 HP, inflict 3 sinking. If user doesn't take damage this turn, apply 2 attack power-up to all allies next turn. Gross. And passive conditions unmet. So it's an abnormality fight. Sweet. Then let's just try... Oh my god, 114 estimated damage. Whatever. Okay, we're favored. We might win this. We might win that. And then I'm also gonna do this. So all of them should be taking damage. Yeah, we should be good. Ow. Oh! It just headbutts you. I can cook anything. Goodbye.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Get staggered.
한 방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
Okay. Let's see. Bonus damage. We're favored. That one's dead. Get some big old damage, and then we're favored again. Bum, ba, dum, bum. Oh, 8 health.
You are cleansed of sin.
이제 쓸만해졌고.
Bum, 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 bum. Bum.
흙으로. 죽음으로 참여하라.
최선을 다해보지. 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
Another Bongi. Okay, a skill we can't see and 2 unmet conditions. Do we know what their passive is? At the end of the turn, deal 3 SP damage to a random enemy. Oh, that kind of sucks. What if we just hit win rate? Look at that! Look at that! Game knows best. It definitely never goes bad to hit win rate. Smash!
Annihilate the heretics.
Bum, 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 bum.
침묵하라.
Bonk. Bonk. Tenderize the meat.
한 방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
Targets use okay, lowest HP, inflict 1 fragile, so this one's probably lowest SP. Bind? Maybe? Ryoshu and Gregor radiated a burning viciousness. Is this murderous aura supposed to be part of the culinary experience?
그딴 레시피 따위. 어차피 깡통 요리 중 하나 아닌가?
What recipe are you even gonna show? More canned crapola?
생존 요리를 이길 레시피는 없지.
There's no dish that beats the taste of survival.
어이 노랭이, 닭 가져와.
Hey, champagne hair, get me a hen.
네? 네.
Huh? Okay.
이상 씨, 미안하지만 이 통조림을 좀 따주겠어?
Isang, sorry, but can you open this can for me?
그리하겠소.
As you so wish.
The sights and sounds filling the kitchen seemed at least somewhat proper. I can hear knives hitting the cutting boards, broth boiling up in the pots, and fire sizzling on cigarettes. Huh? Why do I hear smoking in the kitchen? The two remained silent. Of course, as expected, the sound of a cigarette being snuffed out only came from Gregor's side. You know what? I'm on Gregor's side. You should not be putting ash into a freaking... Even, look, smoking in the kitchen equals ash in the food. Not good. Disgusting. What are you?
I'm an idiot sandwich.
You know, that's what Ryoshu is right now. Just saying. Split into 2 groups, the sinners present their dishes. I still don't know how this got turned into a competition, but in any case, they have a long way to go to sate the distorted restaurant's owner's palate. Or anyone else's, if I'm being honest here. I stared at Gregor's dish for a good while. What, is this, Gregor?
밀리터리 서바이벌 음식이랄까?
A military survivalist meal. Or something like that. Do they really eat this in the military?
관리자 양반. 아이 기억 잃었다고 하지 않았어? 언제부터 음식에 대해 그렇게 섬세하게 평가했나?
Look, Manager Bud, didn't you say you're an amnesiac? Since when are you such a delicate food critic, huh? Gregor lost his usual calm demeanor and suddenly snapped at me. I looked at Ryoshu serving next. I felt like I was looking at a brand new work of art. As in, I had no idea what it was supposed to be. Ryoshu, just to make sure, you didn't mistake our objective with assassinating the distorted restaurant owner, did you?
닭씨.
Shut the chicken up.
닥쳐. 시계라네요.
I was close. She wants to shut the clock up. Heathcliff and Mersault had caught the owner of Yongbong and put him in a seat in the meantime. We started by feeding him Ryoshu's cooking.
뒤틀림의 언어는 해석하기 어렵군요. 반복되는 패턴과 음료를 기반으로 연구해본다면 70시간 이상은 소요될 거예요.
The distortion's language is difficult to parse. It will take me at least 70 hours to decipher it based on the speech pattern and cadence.
네? 그때 동안 여기서 치킨을 튀길 수는 없어요.
That long? We can't be frying chickens for all that time. Wait. I think I can hear his voice in my head.
흥미롭군요. 지금까지 모은 황금 가지와 단테 씨 머리와의 공명으로 인한 영향일 수도 있겠어요.
How curious. This could be due to the influence of the golden bows we've collected resonating with Manager Dante's head. Or are we a distortion? Huh? Ugh. I think I just heard a staggering statement, but the owner's cries are too distracting.
저자가 뭐라고 하는 거지?
What is he trying to say? A funeral procession in my mouth. Is your cooking theme poultry apocalypse? He asks.
좋아. 오늘이야말로 그 시계를 몸통과 분리해주겠어.
What? I'm just relaying the message. Right. Today will be the day I rip that clock from its stem. I was just relaying his review.
그럼 둘이 사이좋게 보내주마.
Then the two of you can go to hell together.
자만했군 료슈. 자신감 넘치는 그 태도는 좋았지만 이 숙련된 경험을 따라잡지는 못하지.
Got too cocky, eh, Ryoshu? Confidence is good and all, but it's no match for hard-boiled experience.
자자, 내 차례군. 입 크게 벌리시게나.
All right. Guess it's my turn. Open wide now, pal.
이번에야말로 마음을 열고 있는 건가?
Aha! Is he starting to open up his heart?
He's wondering if it was sludged up from the food waste dumpster outside.
Looks like both your dishes failed.
The owner and his chickens came at us with growls, as if to express their master's anger in full. It's him! It's Papa Bongi! And he's already injured. Oh no. He's gonna have a sweeper effect, I think. Alright, on hit, inflict bleed, heads hit, inflict tremor, and a lot of conditions unmet. Okay. Then let's gain some fanatic. Dominating. Let's see. You know what? Okay, that has a decent chance to win. Double favored. Struggling, so we'll just go for a regular attack, and let's see what happens. Ouch. Well, reduced a little bit of damage. Oh my god, you guys roll like crazy. Okay. We're off to a good start.
약해 빠졌으면.
Ouch. That's a stagger.
아군 대열이 무너졌다. 재정비를 해보는 게 좋아.
Poultry Apocalypse. The reaction wrought by the sinners' cooking loses HP by 40% of max. Okay. At the end of the turn, heal 5 HP for each raw chicken in the battle. Oh. Nope, that is not who I was clicking. Okay. Let's see. Dominating. Decent chance to get through. Oh, wait, no. Not a decent chance. You know what? We'll go for the grip. And then we'll try and win that. And then let's try and slow him down a little bit. We're going to take a lot of damage. Not a lot to be done about it.
무슨 맛일까?
Ah. Ah. Bonk. Bonk. The grip.
피는 확실히 빼는 편이지.
Okay, one chicken down. Now I'm curious to. Okay, yeah, he got damage up. Ow! Ow! What are you doing to me? He's hit me with a bonk bonk.
수많은 것들이 옥죄어.
좋아.
You're not doing much of
우입하게
anything next turn.
아군 대열이 무너졌다. 재정비를 해보는 게 좋아.
Alright. Dominating. Struggling. Let's kill that one then. Unopposed. Favored. Unopposed again. You know what? Let's inflict some nails. I also want to look at his passives. When a part breaks, gain 1 fragile every turn for each raw chicken that died before the part was broken. If the part isn't broken, gain 1 damage up for each living raw chicken.
참여하게 되리라.
Okay, good. Good. Yes! Give him the grip. I got through the shield. Almost broke the part.
또 죽었나?
Raw chicken down. Ow. Ow. Uh-oh. Ow. Ow.
약해 빠졌으면 이럴까?
Ow. Annihilate the heretics.
침묵하라.
Why is your bonk hit so
아군들이
hard?
무너졌다. 재정비를
You know what?
해보는 게 좋아.
Taste this. And then dominating. Fine, apparently I gotta play a little bit more realistic against this chicken of a man. Burn. 14 health.
Goodbye.
Say goodnight.
이 안에 담아주지.
Well,
먹였네. 이 기세를
ran away.
들어보자고.
And that's gonna be that. Alright, we're gonna play a little more serious. 3 out of 5.
이 숫자는 뭐야?
What are these numbers?
5의 기회 중 2를 소비하였다. 이런 뜻이 아닐까 하오만.
It may be an indicator, alerting us of squandering 2 out of 5 opportunities.
I guess each team can prepare another dish then. How's that sound? And just like that, thus began Limbus Company's petite cooking competition.
자, 역할군을 한 명씩 정해보지. 어차피 다 실패할 거지.
Right, now, let's assign each of us a role. Not that it'll make a difference, but...
홍루 씨는 혹시 뭐 부엌에 들어가 본 적은 있니?
What? Say, Honglu, have you ever seen a kitchen before?
제 방엔 부엌이라는 게 따로 없었어요. 어렸을 땐 간식 얻어 먹으려고 집 2층에 있던 대식당에 몰래 간 적은 있긴 했죠.
Something tells me Don really wants to cook. Let Don cook. Well, my room didn't have any kitchenettes. Though I did sneak into the grand dining hall on the second floor a few times for snacks when I was a kid.
그다음 이상 씨.
Next up, we have Yusong.
며칠 전에 다 같이 유통기한 지난 우유 먹고 혼자만 얼굴 멀쩡했던 놈 아냐?
Wasn't he the only one who came out fine when we drank that spoiled milk the other day?
폐까지 스며드는 센슈얼한 냄새였어.
The smell was a sensual one, permeating my pulmonary depths.
돈키호테. 아까부터 목 상태가 안 좋은 거야?
Don, is something wrong with your throat?
내게 맡겨보는 것은 어떻소?
What say you let me take the mantle? She said this with a bashful expression, her hands behind her back.
돈키호테, 이거 꼬맹이들 장난할 시간 아니야.
Don, this isn't the time for kids stuff.
꼬맹이 아니요. 그리고 저쪽 팀에서는 싱클레어 군한테도 요리 시켜주는데 왜 여기는 안 시켜주는 것이오?
I am no child. And why am I denied the chef's place when Sinclair is allowed to do such on the other team?
닭이 너무 들쑥날쑥하게 잘렸다. 반듯하게 잘라야지. 허리는 더 펴고.
The chicken is chopped too unevenly. You should cut them better. Keep your back straight.
네.
Right, okay.
꼬맹이, 이건 너무 삼삼한 거 아니야? 난 좀 더 달짝지근하게 했으면 좋겠어.
Sweetness for chicken?
Yeah, I guess a lot of people like sweet with chicken, but... Mate, this is why I don't like orange chicken. It's too sweet. You can't have too much sweet on chicken. I might have started another war. Oh well. Kiddo, isn't this a bit bland? I think it could use a teensy bit more sweetness.
달게요?
설탕이 어디 있더라?
Sugar? What the? You put sugar on chicken?
Ooh, okay. Yeah, no, apparently I don't experiment enough with my chicken. Okay. Sweetness. Let's see. Where's the sugar?
파우스트가 보았을 땐 불세기를 더 강하게 해야 한다는 판단이 드는군요.
Based on what Faust is seeing, the heat needs to be pitched up one notch.
저건 안 돼. 칼 쓰는 솜씨부터가 글러먹었어.
That one's hopeless. The knife grip is all wrong.
다들 그러지 말고 직접 거들지 그래요.
Why don't you all stop being backseat chefs and actually help?
확실히 싱클리어 정도면 믿을만 할 것 같네. 도련님 입맛이니 적당히 까다로울 거고.
Let Don cook. That's so mean. I mean, you can definitely trust Sinclair to take on that kind of stuff. His palate should be a good enough judge too, growing up in a wealthy family and all.
잠깐. 왜 나한텐 아무도 요리해보란 말을 안 하냐? 잘 봐. 내가 계란 정도는.
Now wait a tick. Now, why isn't anybody giving me any suggestions? Watch, I can cook an egg.
에이, 젠장! 프라이팬이 왜 달궈져 있는 거야? 뜨거워서 뒤질 뻔했네.
Bloody hell! Why is the dang frying pan heated? It almost grilled me dead. Everyone watched as the pan Heathcliff threw hit a wall and broke into pieces.
이 식당 최소 140여 일은 청소하지 않은 것 같은 곰팡이 냄새와 잡내가 난다.
This restaurant reeks of mold and other unclean stains. It is likely that the kitchen has been left unattended for at least 140 days.
차라리 밖에서 요리를 하는 게 위생상 더 안전할 수도 있다.
Cooking outside may be more sanitary to the current situation.
나도 시켜주시오. 요리.
Oh no. Dude, freaking every time I do Dawn's voice, I feel more and more like I'm not even on the same planet as her VA. Like, not even close. I don't do her any justice. Oh well. I prithee, give me permission to cook. How dare you mess up our kitchen? You'll reckon with our wrath for your foul deed. It just felt like that's what it was saying.
자, 힘내자, 그레고르.
Come on, keep it together, Gregor.
The owner's reaction couldn't have been worse. We only have a few chances remaining too. Looks like our only option is to count on the sinners who seem like they know their stuff. I hope. Can anyone tell me what this food is meant to be?
단순하오.
'Tis quite simple.
관리자나리 초콜릿이라는 거 참 맛있지 않소? 그래서 넣었지.
Manager Esquire is not chocolate such a delicacy. Thus, we put it in the cooking.
그리고 난 감자가 싫기 때문에 비슷해 보이는 오렌지를 대신 넣었어.
Next, I utilized oranges as a substitute for potatoes, for I much dislike the tuber.
뭐? 누구 마음대로 감자를 빼냐? 이거 어이없는 새끼네.
What? What do you think you're... Wait, what? Who do you think you are? Oh, yeah.
What? Who do you think you are to take spuds out like that? You're a right baffling bird.
Okay, but why is the chicken so brutally torn to bits?
우리 동네에서는 손으로 닭을 쭉쭉 찢어 먹곤 하였지. 참 별미가 아닐 수 없어.
It was customary in our town to rip chickens into bite-sized pieces using one's hands. It was a treat to remember.
And what's this black thing? Why is a lump of coal in the pan?
이거 가만 보니까 입도 없는 놈이 트심만 잡네. 너 이거 먹어볼 줄이나 아냐?
Complaining an awful lot for a mouthless cuss. You even know how to eat this stuff?
The chickens rushed at us under the distorted restaurant owner, short yet decisive order. Okay, you're gonna hear my fan a lot louder because it is freaking... I'm sweating up a storm.
아니, 이게 어떻게 된 일이오? 먹지도 않았는데 숫자가 깎여버리지 않았어.
Nay, what manner of foul trickery is this? The number has gone down whilst the judge is yet to even touch his dish. He says it's not even worth evaluating since what you said of it scared away his appetite.
주인이 뱉었던 음절수에 비해 너무 해석이 길지 않나?
That's a few more syllables than what the owner spoke, isn't it?
물소, 철회해 주시오.
Right he is. May this rejection be revoked. Hold it. Let me ask you guys this first. Have any of you even tasted this thing? You can't just feed others things you haven't tried yourselves. We're trying to please someone here.
아, 시계 자식. 오랜만에 맞는 소리를 하는군. 누가 먹어볼래?
Blackface has got a point, I have to admit. Who wants to try this? The tension was thicker than when we were preparing for battle.
나를 그런 눈으로 보지 마시오.
I urge you not to look at me with such eyes.
이 한 몸 희생해서 세상의 비틀림을 돌려놓을 수만 있다면.
Permit me, if my sacrifice helpeth to unfurl the wickedness of the world. Don Quixote shut her eyes tight.
젠장 답답하네. 아무나 좀 먹어보란 말이야.
Bugger all, someone just get the dang stuff in their jaw. Heathcliff grabbed a lump out of the serving and shoved it into the nearest person's mouth. That face. You cracked the plate against his face? Yeah, he's really gonna be able to taste it now. Mersault stood completely still at the unexpected taste test. Did that kill him on the spot?
이번에 본인은 정말 아무 짓도 하지 않았어. 베르길리우스 나리가 혹여나 책임을 묻는다면.
I swear upon mine honor that I have done nothing to cause troubles this time. If Sir Vergilius is ever to ask who was responsible. Mersault turned to Heathcliff, very slowly.
전
뭐?
The what?
전반적으로 간이 잘못되었다. 닭고기를 적절하게 익히지 못하여 비린내와 잡내를 잡는 것에 실패했고 소스는 지나치게 걸쭉해서 깊은 맛이 나지 않는다. 닭고기를 너무 들쭉날쭉히 도막냄으로써 사용자의 입맛을 돋구지 못한다.
Ooh. This is gonna suck.
The dressing is erroneous overall. Failure to properly cook the chicken has resulted in a residual stench of blood and other unpleasant odors. The sauce is too thick to bring out a deep flavor. The inconsistent cuts of the meat contribute to the serving's inability to rouse one's appetite.
뭐 이거 미쳤어? 말 다 했냐?
Alright. Have you gone loony? That what you have to say?
아니,
None.
끝이 아니다.
I have not finished.
간조합이 너무나 엉망진창. 그걸 먹은 내 입도 진창. 당신은 설탕이 부족하다고 버터 2스푼 반을 잘라 담고 허나 내 입 못 버텨.
The seasons and spices are a complete disaster, and the taste in my mouth is even worse than plaster. Lacking sugar, you toss 2.5 spoons of butter, and the end result simply belongs right in the gutter.
Mate, you made Mersault rhyme at you.
미안하오.
I am quite sorry.
이상. 당신은 이름값을 하는 건지 이상한 음식을 이상하게 만드는 건 내 일을 상하게 할 이상인가? 내 이야기는 여기까지. 이상.
Ding dong. Okay.
Yisong, I must ask if you aim to throng my teeth and prong my tongue by cooking wrong, seeing as this plays a headstrong lens to ding-dong notions of what food is to you after all along.
변명의 여지가 없군.
I have not one excuse.
잠깐, 쟤 모이씨인 거 아니야?
One bloody moment. Is he possessed by something, or?
보통의 사람들은 자세히 이야기할수록 핵심을 받아들이지 못하더군.
Most people were unable to accept my point when I elaborated on my statements in detail.
그러니 지금까진 구태여 길게 이야기하지 않으려 한 것이다.
Because of that, I have not bothered to expand upon them until now.
그리고
Additionally,
그럼 이번에는 메르소 씨가 요리를 하시면 되겠네요.
I know. Why don't we let Marsault take charge this time? Honglu swiftly made a suggestion with a shower of claps to break the frigid tension before his turn to be condemned came around.
저희가 물심양면으로 도와드릴게요.
We'll help you with everything you need.
나는 조수를 두는 걸 선호하는 편이 아니다.
I do not prefer to have assistants around.
걱정 마시오. 실망시키지 않겠어.
Fret not. We shan't disappoint you. Dawn bravely exclaimed, rolling up her sleeves.
요리는 내 전문 분야가 아니지만 뜻이 그렇다면 기꺼이 해보겠다.
Cooking is not my specialty, but if you so insist, I will readily attempt it.
Let's have a look at Ryoshu's team then. While there was a spectacle occurring on Gregor's team, the air had grown tense among Ryoshu's crew.
하지만
But
대체 짜면서도 싱거워야 하고 너무 달진 않아야 하지만 달콤해야 하고 너무 익혀서는 안 되지만 적당히 탄 음식은 대체 어떻게 만들어야 하는 건데요?
how in the Wigs' name am I supposed to make food that's both salty and clean, sweet but not too sugary, and lightly cooked, but somehow also crispy? Sinclair yelled, throwing the apron he had been wearing to the floor.
못 해먹겠어요. 차라리 이스마엘 씨가 말한 것처럼 히스클리프 씨와 팔씨름에서 이기는 게 더 쉬울지도 모르겠네요.
I can't do this anymore! I guess Ishmael was right. Beating Heathcliff in arm wrestling is gonna be easier than this.
그건 그냥 농담으로.
That was a joke.
확률적으로 계산한다면 그건 싱클레어 씨 키가 일주일 안에 5cm 이상이 자랄 수 있다는 것만큼 터무니없는 말.
Statistically speaking, it is as likely as Sinclair's height increasing by 5 centimeters in just 1 week. In other words, a nigh impossible.
조용히 해요. 다 똑같으니까.
Shut up already! It's all the same!
고작 그 정도의 충고에도 징징거리는 꼴이라니. 나약하고 한심하군.
How weak. You cannot withstand a few criticisms and come whining like the pathetic soldier you are.
그렇게 자신 있으시면 오티스 씨가 직접 해보는 게
Oh,
어떠세요?
Sinclair, yes! My boy! My boy! If you're so darn sure of yourself, Otis, why don't you do it yourself then? As courageous as his rebuttal was, his eyes were shut tight. You know what? You got it. You still got it.
어쩔 수 없군.
You leave me no choice.
비켜서라 패잔병들. 결국 이 몸이 나서야 하는 것인가?
Out of my way, stragglers. It's about time someone led this troop. In a series of turbulent events I didn't fully catch, Marsault took up Gregor's culinary antenna and toque blanche. The kitchen grew as Gregor's sinners moved according to Marsault's orders.
메르소군! 이것 보시오! 귀엽게 별 모양으로 깎아본!
Behold, Marsault, I have carved this one into the adorable shape of a star.
감자는 정사각형으로 반드시 잘라야 한다. 골고루 익혀야 하기 때문이다.
Potatoes should be cut into square pieces so that they may be evenly cooked on all sides.
걷지마!
Nevertheless,
정사각형 5cm.
Square shapes 5 centimeters.
Marsault looked more charismatic than ever with the mantle of the head chef upon his shoulders.
이게 뭐야? 닭 요리가 거기서 거기겠지.
Aw, Gregor.
Whatever. A chicken's a chicken. It can only be so special.
그 잃어버린 레시피라는 것도 알고 보면 뭐 정성 한 스푼, 노력 3스푼 반 이런 거 아니었을까?
Who knows? That lost recipe of his might have all been superficial stuff like 1 spoon of earnestness and 3 scoops of effort, eh?
아, 감자는 이렇게 요리하는 것이었군요.
Oh, so this is how you cook potatoes.
설마 바삭하게 구워진 채로 수확되는 거라고 생각했냐?
What the? You thought they harvested baked potatoes out in the fields?
아, 저를 바보 취급하시는군요.
Taking me for a fool, aren't you?
때가 되면 무르익은 감자 열매가 나무에서 떨어지는 것 정도는 알고 있어요.
Oh no. Obviously, ripe potatoes fall from their trees when the time is right.
농담이에요, 히스클리프 씨.
I was just kidding, Heathcliff.
어? 왜 갑자기 다지기용 방망이를 들고?
Oh no. Oh? What are you planning to do with that tenderizer?
감자에 말갛게 꽃이 피었어. 아, 이런 척박한 환경에도 결국 봉우리는 튀우는구려.
A serene flower has blossomed on this yam. So, a bud can indeed bloom even upon this barren ground.
독이 있다는 신호이니 당장 분질러 버려야 한다. 돈키호테, 압수하도록.
That is a sign that the potato is poisonous. It must be disposed of immediately.
I know his voice is off. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Don, confiscate it.
알겠네.
Righty-ho!
아니래요.
You sounded so whiny.
Please do not do such.
탄 것은 탄 것대로 의미가 있어. 사실 탔다는 것은 인간들이 정의하는 허구의 개념일 뿐이고 그 본질은 변한 것이 아닐지도 모르오.
Burnt things are significant in their own ways. In truth, the state of being burnt may as well be an imaginary concept defined by man when the essence of an object has remained unchanged.
고온에 장시간 노출이 되어 겉표면이 일정색 이상 변질되었고 매캐한 냄새가 나는 걸 타는 것이라고 한다.
Burnt refers to the condition in which a food item is discolored beyond a certain degree and produces an acrid smell after prolonged exposure to high heat.
그리고 이것은 안까지 탔군. 장기적인 섭취를 할 경우 몸에 부정 반응을 일으킬 수 있으므로 버려야 옳다.
And this one has been burnt to its core. It's only right to discard it as long-term consumption of burnt food can negatively impact the body.
섭섭하오.
How regrettable.
Mersault became a ruthless chef while Yisong remained mostly unhelpful. Heathcliff was peeling ingredients at a surprisingly brisk pace.
말 걸지 마. 집중력 깨지니까.
Don't gab at me, it'll ruin my focus.
칼 따위는 사치야. 진정한 가난뱅이는 쇠숟가락 하나만으로도 모든 감자를 벗겨낼 수 있는 법이니까.
Knives are a luxury. A real pauper can peel any spud with nothing more than a metal spoon.
합격이다. 비스듬한 방향으로 깎은 것에 노련미가 보인다는 점에서 가산점을 주겠다.
This gets a pass. You're rewarded extra points for the expertise displayed in your aslant strokes.
아싸! That's class!
똑바로 보도록. 재료는 골고루 넣어야 한다. 편식이나 해대니까 키가 안 자라는 거다.
Watch closely. You need to employ a wide variety of ingredients. Being a picky eater is what stunted your growth.
전 아직 성장기란 말이에요.
I could still get taller from here.
아마도요.
I think.
그리고 영양을 불균형하게 섭취하니까 머리가 그렇게 하얗게 새는 거지.
Also, an unbalanced diet is the reason why your hair is turned all gray.
파우스트는 본래
Faust has always had.
손이 그렇게 거칠어지게 된 것도 다 편식 때문에 그런 거다.
Your hands in particular have become coarse and rough for the same reason.
네? 이건 오랜 뱃일 때문에 그런 거예요.
Excuse me? This is because of all the work I did aboard the ship.
오티스 씨, 나는 어때?
Me next, Otis. What about me? What's the diagnosis?
정신없게 소리 지르지 마라. 경박스럽다.
Don't yell frivolously like that. You're being a distraction. Suppress the dungeon boss. You know we only have 2 chances right. Left, right team? How about we start with Mersault, made by following the formula to a T. Prepared with pinpoint precision, Mersault's dish look like a picture in a cookbook come to life. Right. We have something that looks like an actual serving, so that's a good start. After having a taste of Mersault's work, the restaurant owner quietly savored it, contemplating for a while. I had to ruminate on this dish for a long time. It was an excellent serving in all tangible ways. The smell, the taste, the presentation, yet I still felt that something was missing, and I couldn't quite describe it with words. Love. And that was professionalism as a cook, an ironic smidgen of a blemish within perfection. That is why this dish cannot get a pass, unfortunately.
갑자기 품격 있는 심사위원장이 된 것 같네요.
He suddenly started sounding like a posh judge.
누가 저 새끼 가면 벗겨봐. 뒤틀렸다는 게 삐뚤어진 정신머리를 뜻하는 걸 수도 있잖아.
Someone tugged the mask off that bladder's head. The only thing distorted about him might be that crooked attitude of his.
인정한다.
Je m'avoue, vaincu.
그래도 후회 없는 승부였다고 생각한다.
Nevertheless, I hold no regrets over this battle.
At least the chickens aren't bum rushing us this time. With only one chance left, Otis brought her dish to the table. It looks neat, nothing too fancy, but still simple and clean. What are these couple of needles on the dish for, Otis? They look like a clock's hands. I bet you they're to keep it in place. The skewers.
관리자님을 존경하는 마음을 담아 소박하게나마 장식을 해보았습니다.
Or that. They're a simple decoration I added in tribute to you, Executive Manager. Ooh, I'd give bonus points if I could. The comment that followed from the owner was too sensational for me to put into words.
우리 이게 뭐니? 왜 머리에 해괴망측한 가면이나 쓰고 있는 거야?
You're such a mess. What are you doing with that freaky mask on your head?
엄마 때는 말이야. 별별 일 다 겪어도 어떻게든 사라졌어. 고작 그런 거 가지고 낙담하면 이 험한 세상을 어떻게 살아갈래 정말?
Back in your mama's day, we grinned and bore with all sorts of nonsense. How are you gonna live through this unforgiving world if you get all heartbroken over something so small? Get it together already.
My mother was always like that. Rather than kind and caring words, she would scold me with her nitpicky lectures. She was so particular about chicken, too, rarely touching a piece that anybody else would take in a heartbeat. Running this restaurant, I had forgotten something important.
어머니, oh mother.
Now's our chance! The distortion or whatever on him is weakening!
이것 보세요. 사장님 앞에 어디론가 향하는 문 같은 것이 생겨났어요.
Look at this. Some kind of doors appeared next to him.
이 안으로 들어가야 하는 걸까요?
Should we go through it?
대체 OT 요리는 뭐가 달랐던 거야?
What made Odie's dish stand out anyway?
진입하지 제군들. 끝장을 보러 간다.
Let us march, soldiers. May we see the end of this.
The time has come.
Well, bleed. Ooh, we can only take 5, huh? Bump, bump, bump. Bump, bump. Yeah, literally just the normal team. Okay, you know the deal. Bink, bonk, and then bink. Oh, I didn't equip the second one. Whatever. Don't even need it. Don't even need it. Ooh. Wait, can we still... There we go. Okay. All right. We're good. Okay. Yes. Good.
N-Corp for life.
By the way, we're gonna have a fifth party member here soon. Maybe you know who it is, but it's a second gripper. I got this hand that grips, and I got this hand that grippers. Oh boy, dungeon time. Whoa. Well, I will show you guys anything of note, but yeah. A waft of something crisp and well roasted tickles the nose. Bunk, bunk. Some folks are blocking the way. They're sitting on a deck, yelling at each other.
Look at the succulent piece, the rich juice running down the fibers of luscious meat. This is what a chicken is about.
Raw. This piece has a nice clean taste, with not an ounce of grease tainting the tongue. This is the real deal.
The two turn around at the same time to face you.
You there.
Tell us which is better.
Chicken's chicken. Duh. Gotta be the drumsticks. All rich and juicy. The breast, of course. Unsullied and spotless. Chicken's chicken. That's true.
An irrefutable point.
They lower their hands and settle down.
What a strange thing we were fighting over.
They're right. The one truth is that chicken is always right.
After a passionate handshake, the two gave you their bucket of chicken.
A wise gourmet such as yourself deserves
Both pieces.
Please, take this, we insist.
More rupture and more fire. Okay. We don't get to make huge benefit off that, but that's fine.
A cry rings out from the ashen wilderness.
From a distance. Oh. Yeah, just walk into the mist. We'll be fine. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, right here. You got it. Easy. And we get an ego gift. Ashes to ashes.
지능자께서 성공을 명하셨으므로.
More burn. Boy, I wish we brought our burn team. A bright spotlight shines on a portion of a noisy area. It seems as though the chickens are attending a ball. That's the tango. Looking at their movements, which might be dance or tussle, you notice sauce leaking from one of them. It doesn't seem to be aware of this. Alert it! Heed me! Sauce is leaking from thy body! Don't shout it that loud, you dummy! Notified of its leakage, the chicken quickly ran its wings over its back, or what appeared to be its back, rather. Sadly, the knot had loosened on its stitching. Does this mean it can't do it on its own? Approaching with a trail of sauce dripping behind, it held some thread and a needle in its hands. Wings. Does it want you to stitch its back? The chicken holding some stitching supplies bleeds with chicky eyes. Someone has to do this. Those eyes cannot be ignored. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, alright. Easy. Taking the needle and thread, Heathcliff sat behind the chicken. With awkward but careful hands, he began to stitch the seam with a standard method. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to feel the pain of the needle. Once his sewing was done, it hopped into Heathcliff's lap, as if to thank them. Heathcliff was pleasantly perplexed. Contaminated needle and thread,
시키는 대로 했어.
Each turn, the first skill to deal damage to an enemy inflicts bleed by 1/3 of the damage dealt. I'm having visions I've never seen before. These must be his memories.
충격을 받아서 부분적으로 기억을 잃어버렸던 장면일 수도 있겠군요.
They might be recollections that he partially had lost due to the shock.
후, 찾아내기 힘들었어. 특급 비밀 레시피라고 해서 매우 철저하게 숨겨져 있을 줄 알았는데 라면 받침대로 쓰이고 있었을 줄이야.
I finally found it. I thought he'd keep his top secret recipe locked up tight in a way, but he was using it as a trivet to eat ramen.
그건 우리 식당 레시피? 어떻게 찾아낸 거지?
Is that my restaurant's recipe? How did you get your hands on it?
스파이를 파견했다. 최저 시급으로도 1시간 일찍 나와서 오픈 준비를 해줄 아르바이트생이 진짜로 존재할 거라고 생각했나?
I sent a spy. Did you really think a part-timer willing to come in an hour early to help with prep on minimum wage would actually exist?
왜 이런 짓을?
But why? Why would you?
어쩔 수 없어. 본사에서 제시한 만큼의 실적을 못 낸다면 우리 가게는 문을 닫을 수밖에 없다고.
I had no choice. If I don't meet the quota HQ demands of me, my restaurant will be shut down.
그래도 레시피는 전부 내 머릿속에 있어. 설탕 2스푼, 간장 1스푼 반의 다진 마늘.
The recipe's still in my head. 2 spoons of sugar, 1.5 spoons of soy sauce, then add minced garlic.
소용없어. 개념 소각기에 넣을 생각이거든. 머릿속 기억까지 영영 사라지겠지.
It's no use. I'll have it burnt in the concept incinerator. Any trace of the recipe will be gone, including the memories in your head.
안 돼! 설탕 2스푼, 간장 1스푼 반에
2 spoons of sugar, 1.5 spoons of soy sauce.
그러니까 내가 경고했을 때 일찌감치 가게를 접었어야지.
Like I said, you should have shut down your restaurant when I warned you.
설탕 아니 설탕이 맞았나? 아무것도 기억이 안 나.
Sugar? No, was it sugar? I can't remember a thing.
그 자식 첫인상부터 마음에 들지 않았어. 검내 금포 붙였을 때부터 알아보았지.
I never liked that pest. Knew he was rotten from all the NSOP signs plastered over his walls.
개념 소각기에 넣었다면 레시피는 영영 되찾을 수 없다고 봐야겠네요.
If it was put in the concept incinerator, that recipe is as good as gone.
개념 소각기가 뭐?
What's a concept incinerator but...
아니야. 이스마의 표정을 보니까 그다지 묻고 싶지 않아졌어.
Never mind, Ishmael. Your face tells me I don't want to ask about it.
네?
Pardon?
개념 소각기라 한다면
The concept incinerator.
기술을 영구 소멸할 수 있는 대표적인 기술이요.
It is a trusted method of permanently erasing a technology.
이를테면 파우스트 양이 메피스토펠레스를 발명하기 전의 상태로 돌아가는 것이지.
For instance, it has the ability to make it as if Miss Faust had never invented Mephistopheles.
시간이 되돌아가는 건가요?
Does it turn things back in time?
아니요. 그저 머릿속에서 없던 일이 되어버릴 뿐.
No, not quite. It simply is oblivionized, as though the brain had never conceived it.
So what if you put it inside of itself? Black hole.
기술과 관련되어 있는 모든 문서, 사진, 아주 작고 작은 부품 조각, 파우스트 양의 기억까지 뭉개지거나 사라지는 것이요.
Any documentation, photography, the tiniest bits and parts of its composition, and even Miss Faust's own memories will be dimmed and obliterated.
해당 특이점 소각기 제품의 비용에 따라 효과와 범위가 다르지만요.
The effectiveness and range of the incineration will depend on the price of the product.
매운 양념이었는지 간장 양념이었는지 설탕이 주재료였는지 아니면 소금이었는지 아무것도 남지 않아. 심지어 가게를 찾아왔던 수많은 손님들조차도.
It's true. I can't remember if the marinade was based on pepper or soy sauce. How much sugar or salt I should put. Nothing's left in my head. None of my customers can remember how it tasted.
이제 노력해봤자 아무 소용없어. 모두 헛수고일 뿐이야.
There's no use in trying at this point. It's all useless.
마음부터 물러터졌군. 은봉? 그딴 촌스러운 이름이나 걸고 하니까 장사가 안 되는 거다.
You're soft-hearted. Young Bongs? You should do away with that tacky name and give your restaurant a better title.
뻔뻔은 우리 어머니 이름인데.
Yunbong is my mother's name.
Oh.
말 넘심.
TWH.
본래 촌스러울수록 정감이 있는 법이지.
I suppose tacky can also mean a friendly warmth.
문제는 알량한 네 마음가짐이다.
The problem is still your weak will. Just, why are you so eager to start fights?
자, 그 글러먹은 태도를 고쳐주지.
Come, I will fix that helpless attitude of yours. All right. Time to jam. Favored? Dominating? Dominating again. We're dominating here. Maybe we can get a kill. And try and get a kill. We want to kill as many of them as we can for when we break a limb on him. That way he gets a ton of fragile. Ow. Well, decent hit. That ought to show you.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
You are cleansed of sin.
Ouch. Ouch. Ow. 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 Stop it.
빈약하군.
이단을 해제.
아군 대열이 무너졌다.
Okay.
재정비를 해보는 게 좋아.
Well, first of all, guaranteed kill. Dominating here, and it'll still do decent damage. Dominating here, we have just a flat-out chance to kill him. Then I'm gonna go for fourth match flame, and this is probably gonna be fair damage, actually. Okay, 14, not a lot. Wish Foss would have gone first, but now we're empowered. Got him. Now, we need to break a limb.
Observe the burn.
예술의 황홀경이지.
Okay, 4 over 5. I think it just threw a chicken at me.
이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
He also just summoned another one. Well, you know what to do. More fire. Okay, let's go for nails. I don't think it'll kill, so we will go for that. Make sure she's the one clashing. Then, okay. Okay. You know what? Let's try and power him down a little bit. Right here.
참여하게 되리라.
Forest of flame.
무불아.
Bump, 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 bump. Okay.
The gripping.
Oh my god, he's dead. Now, if we can break a limb, that is going to be... Ow, 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 stop!
Chains of others.
수많은 것들이
If we can break a limb, he's going to have a lot of fragile. I think it's going to be 4? Ouch! He just threw another chicken at us.
한 방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
Okay, we need to hit him decently hard. Dominating here. Oh, that's guaranteed to get rid of that limb. Dominating here. Okay, another dominating. And now I want to... yeah, why not?
넌 무슨 맛일까?
Good. I can cook anything.
확실히 빼는 편이 좋지.
좋아.
Oh, she didn't go for the final hit.
계속 몰아붙이자고.
That is so upsetting. That would have been so much damage. Oh yeah.
You are cleansed of sin.
한 방 먹였네. 이
Okay,
기세를 모아서
5 fragile,
뚫어보자고.
but he appears to be a little bit angry. So, let's get the burn ready. You know what? I'm also gonna win a clash guaranteed right here, dominating. Hopeless, so let's try and lower some of that. Okay, we are favored in all of these, so just go for it. Okay, dominating, and what is cast? Okay, multiple egos, but this is what they're for. Bang! Bang, 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 bang. And we have damage up. Big damage. That's what I like to see. Good. The fire that burns for you. What is cast?
모든 걸
어이.
받아들일 순 없었어.
76 damage. Easy. How much bind does he have?
먹였네.
Six?
이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
That works for me. Okay, somebody kill this. And then you guys just kill him.
참여하게 되리라.
Down goes the chicken, and down goes
죽음으로
the chicken man.
참여하라.
사실들을 잊고 있었다.
Running this chicken joint, I had forgotten something important.
그래, 내가 궁극적으로 만들고 싶었던 치킨은
That's right, the chicken I wanted to cook.
어머니조차 맛있게 드실 수 있는 그런 치킨이었다.
Was something that even my mother could enjoy.
그 한없이 까다로웠던 입맛까지도 만족시킬 수 있는
Something to please her extremely particular palate.
아니,
No, wait.
사실 알고 있었다.
I knew all along.
엄마가 치킨을 드시지 않는 건
The real reason my mama wouldn't eat chicken.
넉넉지 못했던 우리 집의 사정 때문이었음을.
It's because we couldn't afford to feed the whole family.
그래서 우리 집에는 항상 쿠폰이 쌓여 있었다. 10개를 모으면 하나를 공짜로 받을 수 있는.
It's why we always had a stash of coupons at home. 10 of them could be exchanged for a free chicken.
어머니는 그걸 모으고 또 모아서
My mother would keep collecting them for me.
당신은 입에도 대지 않을 고작 치킨 한 마리를 먹이기 위해.
You did all that to feed me a chicken you wouldn't eat.
피자 쿠폰이었네.
These are pizza coupons.
엄마는
Son, your mama.
치킨보단 피자파야.
She liked pizza better.
정신이.
My head.
He's gone back to normal.
좋은 작전이었다. 당근과 채찍. 군사 작전에서 종종 써먹기도 하는 효과적인 전술 방식이지.
That was a sound plan. The carrot and stick approach. It's an effective tactic often employed in military operations.
그게 작전이었나요? 그냥 평소처럼 호되게 막말하고 선제 공격을 한 거랑 무슨 차이가?
That was a plan? I don't see how it was any different from your usual bawling out and striking first.
나와 예송 소년만이 눈치챈 기류지. 잘 따라와줬다.
It was subtle, and this strapping young lad caught my hint and followed well.
감사합니다, 오티스님.
Okay. Thank you, Captain Otis. You almost called him rookie, didn't you?
감사합니다. 덕분에 새 출발을 할 수 있을 것 같아요.
Oh, we're about to kill you for no reason, aren't we?
I can't thank you enough. I think I'm ready to start anew.
중요한 건 레시피가 아니었어요. 누군가를 위하는 마음. 설사 그 형태가 피자일지라도 정성만 담겨 있다면 손님들은 좋아해 줄 거예요.
It wasn't the recipe I needed. As long as I remember to cook from the heart, for those I care about, even if it comes in the shape of a pizza. I know my customers will still appreciate their earnest servings.
어이, 저 치킨집에서 무제한 이용권을 준다고 했단 말이야. 어쩔 거야?
Oi, your rival promised us a lifetime voucher for free chicken. What do you have?
나 지금쯤이면 닭다리를 종류별로 뜯고 있을 줄 알았어.
I thought I'd be stuffing my face with drumsticks of countless flavors by now.
큰 건 아니지만 이걸 받아주세요.
It's nothing much, but please take this.
The owner of Yongbong's gave us a wrapped up box.
가게에 단 하나밖에 없는 귀한 보물입니다.
It's an invaluable treasure of mine. There's nothing else like it.
하나밖에 없는 걸 우리가 받아도 되겠는가?
Could we accept such a rarity from thee?
여러분이 아니었다면 식당을 다시 열지도 못했을 테니까 보답이라고 생각해 주세요.
I wouldn't have been able to reopen my restaurant without your help. So I insist. Please take it as your reward.
그렇게 해서 뒤틀림도 해결하고 이 보물을 얻게 된 것이요.
And thus, we had resolved the distortion and claimed our spoils.
어떻소? 깊은 감명에 말을 잇지 못하는 중이요.
Pray tell, are you perhaps speechless with astonishment at our glory of our tale?
우리들은 음봉이네로 향했다네부터 듣지 않았어.
We then embarked to Yunbong's, was where I tuned out.
아예 처음부터 듣지 않은 거였어.
That means you've heard nary a word.
어차피 파우스트가 보고서를 올릴 텐데 못하러 니들의 수다 따위를 들어주고 있어야 하지.
Why would I bother listening to your embellished drivel when Faust's report will fill me in on all the details I need?
그쪽은 신경 끄고 동키. 우린 빨리 상자를 풀어봐야지.
Come on now, donkey. Forget about this sourpuss and forget about this sourpuss and gather around so we can open the box. Hee.
뭐가 들어있을까나?
I wonder what's inside. Oh, it's gonna be crap.
Surrounded by sinners full of anticipation, the lid was lifted.
단 하나밖에 없는 마스코트 인형 봉이입니다. 쓸 일이 있지 않을까 하여 만들었는데 이렇게 드리게 되어 기쁘네요. 웃음.
Well, we do like mascots.
Meet Bongi, the one and only doll of our mascot. I made it hoping it'd see use one day, but I'm glad to be giving it as a gift of gratitude. Ohayo!
아니야, 이럴 리 없어. 인형 배를 갈라보면 뭐라도 들어있지 않을까?
No way. This can't be it. Maybe he hid something in the plush's belly? He didn't seem like the kind of person to do that.
그 처치곤란해서 우리한테 그냥 처분한 거 아닐까?
He's probably trying to get rid of it and we were there to take it, huh?
그 소각기인가 뭔가에 버리자.
Let's toss this thing in the incinerator.
A hand gently tugged at the doll Heathcliff had gripped with ferocious rage.
카로는 이승객 맘에 들어.
Karen likes his passenger.
대체 어디가 마음에 든다는?
What's there to like about?
눈 말고는 아무것도 갖고 있지 않잖아.
It's got eyes and nothing else.
그게 좋아.
It's nice.
그래. 그럼 된 거지. 인형은 버리지 마.
All right, that's that then. Keep the doll.
눈 말고 아무것도 없다기에는 팔다리랑 몸통도 있다.
That is an incorrect assessment, as the doll has a torso and limbs.
Just like that, the chicken plushie we got instead of free food for life earned its seat on the bus.
네, 동랑 소장. 뒤틀림은 무사히 해결되었습니다. 직접 확인했습니다.
Yes, Chief. No. Yes, Chief Dongrang. The distortion has been resolved. I confirmed it with my own eyes.
처음엔 조금 믿었지 못해 보였는데 이야기를 나누셔도 좋을 것 같습니다. 네, 이제 저들을 데려오겠습니다.
They did seem somewhat unreliable at first. Yes, but I believe it should be okay to speak with them. Yes, I'll bring them over now.
이제 어떡하죠?
What now of all things?
전 주어가 빠진 문장을 싫어합니다.
I dislike sentences that lack a subject.
저 식당이 문을 다시 열면 우리 가게에 손님이 빠져나갈 겁니다. 그럼 할당량을 못 채우게 될 거고.
Once that restaurant reopens, we'll lose our customers. Then I'll miss the quota and...
훔친 레시피를 개념 소각기에 넣었을 때부터 살아남을 궁리를 해두셨어야죠.
You should have started looking for a way to live. The moment you put that stolen recipe in a concept incinerator.
도둑질을 하려거든 집주인도 못 알아채게 해라. 이 속담도 모르십니까?
Haven't you ever heard the saying, if you rob a house, make sure the homeowner never realizes it?
그런 건 모르는데
I don't know anything about. I didn't.
네, 제가 방금 만들어낸 말이거든요. 다음부턴 기억하세요.
Yes, of course you wouldn't. I just made that up. Remember it well next time.
그럼 이만.
I'll see you around.
손님들 맞을 준비를 해야 해서요.
I have visitors that need greeting. And before long, we were dragged into a mess of unprecedented scale. Wait, another dungeon? There's 2 dungeons? Huh.
Ooh, yes, that one is so good. Well, I'm basically just gonna choose the exact same team, so... Wow, that took like 4 or 5 tries total? Well, we ended up getting it done with a really strange team, but you know what? We did it. Double charge, double bleed, and of course, the very, very powerful LCCB Rodion. Well, that was hard fought. Okay. Nice. 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 So, I believe this event has actually been elongated by 2 weeks, so yeah, plenty of time to defeat that, but I'm definitely not going to show off that whole thing in this video. That would be way too long. So I believe that is going to do it for the special events that happened in between Chapter 3 and 4, and thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I got a lot of special stuff in here for you. Refraction Railway, we did a ton of summons because I was saving up for the Dawn banner, plus I really wanted Pierre Ryoshu, and well, we're starting to get a fair amount of lunacy back because they just keep handing out a ton of lunacy. Like, who needs to pay for lunacy with the amount that they hand out and the amount that you can earn week to week? Like, you get 750 from mirror dungeons every week, and then they're handing out 1,300 like candy. They're handing it out so often, which I like. It, you know, it's pretty nice. Combined with the events giving you a lot of free goodies as well, it's just kind of working really nice. Like, for example, boom, look at all that. That right there is going to help me summon more stuff. So yeah, that is going to do it for this episode. I know it was a really, really long one, but I kind of just wanted to jam everything into one big video, and this is the result. So, hopefully this was enjoyable to watch, although it probably took you, maybe 3 days to watch, because I know some of you guys like to watch these videos in parts, and since there was basically 3 parts to this video, 3 days. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and in the next one, unless there's a really huge event, we will begin Chapter 4. So until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.